Hey guys, it is Duke, and welcome back to another episode of our Minecraft Tekkit Let's Play. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. I know I am, and I'm glad to be back for another video. So in the last episode, we worked to try to start a house, and off camera, I finished it. Well, I finished it to the best of my ability because I don't think this is anywhere near our final structure here. But guys, we have thrown something up. And we've thrown up a big house. So, you guys saw maybe just the first story, but now we have quite a bit more as we have a second story and quite a tall ceiling on the inside. And I even went through the hassle of putting the upside down stairs on the front and on the sides to try to get just a nicer look. But guys, because of the nature of this house being very modular, bleh, we have quite the ability to push out any of these walls, make very easy edits, and well guys, that is just simply what we are going to be doing in today's episode. So, I plan on doing a lot of stuff that has to do related to the mod pack, of course, but especially we have to work on the house because guys, we have all of our equipment, all of our machines down here, kind of just in the worst zone. Oh, it's getting dark out. Let's come back inside for a sleep. But this, it's just not working anymore. I wanna really have an upgrade. I wanna have an area that has all of our machines and solar panels together and everything worked out. That way we have an easy way of going about getting things done. I think that will be a very, very nice step in the right direction. So, in today's episode, we are going to mostly be focusing on expanding the house, getting everything set up that way. When we want to just get into automation, everything is ready for it, which I think will be a very, very, very important thing for us to do as we are getting closer to that stage where we're just racking up lots of materials, and hopefully in the near future we will have all the abilities and all of the materials necessary to really turn this world into something special. So right now we've been focusing a lot on very simple stuff, but that's not where I want to be. I want to really take a step in the right direction, which personally I think will be a lot of expansion, which is entirely necessary, and I think overall just a big step, and we're definitely gonna make that today. Guys, I am just currently getting the foundation set because I realized it was just sitting on dirt for the most part. And honestly, it's not that big of a change, but it's enough. One thing I've noticed is that this is birch right here. You can't really tell, but this color is completely different than that color. And they're the same material, except these are panels and these are full blocks. And I like the panels better. They kind of stick out. It's a much more yellow color. This is much more dulled out. And oftentimes, I like the dulled out colors. I prefer it even. But in this case, I actually do like that. So what I want to do today is I'd love to have some windows stick out here and here up at the top of the house on either side. I think that'll just break up the roof and make everything look a lot better, so we will definitely do that. Outside of that, I would really appreciate if we could come through, maybe push one of these walls out just a bit. That way we have an area where all the solar panels can come together. I think maybe we'll do it on the back wall. We have plenty of room out there to do so. So I think we'll do that, and without further ado, I think we should just get right on into it, guys. One of my favorite things about micro blocks is the glass not breaking, so we can come over here and we can hit it and we actually get that piece back. Really huge, I think. It's not a life-changing thing, but it's one of those that's just really convenient to have sometimes, and I'm very appreciative of it. But we do need to come out and clear this out. Outside of that, guys, as far as materials go, not really sure what else we will need in that regard, but I do know for a fact that machines are going to need to be upgraded, and I think we might be able to get around to some of that today. I can't promise anything just yet because there's still a lot for us to work on as far as the house goes, but today I'd really stress the importance of kind of changing out this house and not leaving it so blocky. Maybe get a little bit of a shape going. That way when you come up and look at it, you're not just really bored. 'Cause I think that's what we're struggling with most from this house. I like it overall, but it tends to be fairly boring in parts. So that will be something that we work away from in today's episode. I think it'll be a very simple, very easy fix, and I think we get a lot of that done today, which I think overall will help the outlook of a lot of things. So if I can figure out how I want that placed, that's not it. How are we gonna? Oh, you know what? We can probably just click right on the edge of that. Yes, we can. Okay, so that's actually better. These are not the blocks I want to be using. Okay, guys, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and expand the house, try to find a way to bring up these solar panels into it, and maybe try to move the bat box up, because I want everything probably right below here to be where a lot of the machines are going. So we're going to clear out a little bit of an area, and that'll be basically where all of our power source is. And hey, off camera, I'll move up the chests. I'll get everything looking a little bit better overall, and we'll be back with you guys when we're done with that. Alright guys, so we've done a little bit of work off camera, and I think these look okay. Let's get a better view, maybe from back here a little bit. We'll just pillar up. And yeah, they're really small. Nothing too crazy. I considered having them go all the way up, and then use, you know, logs as kind of the corner blocks, but I realized I didn't want them to stick out too much, and I kind of wanted them to not be the focal point of the build, which I was worried would happen if I made them a little bit larger. So what we did is just made them a little bit smaller, pushed them down, and you know, have them one down from the top, one up from the bottom, and it works. It adds a lot to the roof. I'm going to do that on the other side as well. But for now, guys, I'm realizing I have like no food. Like, I have 2 apples, and that's about it. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna maybe build this up just a little bit, and we're gonna make a little bit of a farm over here. Nothing too crazy, just something to have. That way I'm not just about to die every second, because currently one of the biggest issues is the lack of food that I have, because it's been slowing everything down. I've been resorting to really odd methods of food because my wheat field is just not large enough. So, let's see, we could go, yeah, we'll just take this out right here, bring it this way a little bit, and I guess, no, not my water. There we go. Alright, we'll get it 4 out on either side just like that. I think an interesting, well, not really interesting, but a good idea would be to put fence around it. That way I can come and farm at night and not get just sniped. Plus, it adds a little bit of looks to it, so I think that would be a good change. Hello, Piggy. I have not really come over here all that much. But there's the jungle that we started in, so that's interesting. But guys, I need to show you what I've done with the little compartment that I stuck out the side of it, because there's actually some Industrial Craft 2 news that well, not really news, but updates in my realm. Not actually Industrial Craft 2. Maybe, I don't know. I don't follow the mod. I don't know if they're like still working on it or not. If they are, that's sweet, but this is Tekkit. But anyways, if we open up this door, you will see, you come around this edge, which we're going to have stairs that go down right here. Come around this like half wall. Then we have 12 solar panels. So I made a bunch more solar panels, and I think it is definitely working. Look at that. Power level 40,000. Yeah, 40,000. Okay. I didn't know if I was wrong on that, and then it's just going to sound really dumb. Happens. But if we come on down here, we've got our machines just right below, and it works for now. Ooh, I forgot I put that in there. That's actually pretty nice. But what I need to do is really come on in here. Oh, there goes my shovel. I need to come on in here and kind of change this up, make it a little bit nicer. But for the most part, I really care about transferring all my stuff up here, getting all my materials up into the house, because we don't really want to use the cave anymore. It's kind of outdated and not really in use. So I think we'll do that. I think we'll change a couple of these posts because, well, we've got stone over here, which I talked about in one of the previous episodes. I think it was last episode. I'm just assuming so. But yeah, I think we'll start the farm. We're going to do that. We're going to do a couple things, guys. And, oh, yeah, we have to continue adding these little jut out points to either side. So I think we'll do that. I don't know if we'll add anything else as far as the house goes today, but I'm at least going to do a little bit more work. That way we can eat. That way everything's moved up. That way we have a little bit more built. And then we can actually focus on stuff that is really Tekkit related. So I'll be back. Alright guys, so I've been working a little bit and I'm not completely done with everything I mentioned we would be doing, but I got to a point where I needed to introduce something that I had not previously done, and we're just going to grab a couple bits of iron, and I guess that's all we need for now. So if we head on up, let's sleep first because I think that'll be a good idea. I'm also going to take the bed upstairs because we've been spending an increasingly long amount of time upstairs, and it just doesn't make sense to travel all the way down this ladder for little to no reason at this point. We're getting ready to cover this up. We're just moving everything up now. That's mainly what we're trying to get here. But let's come upstairs, find a spot for the bed, and we will see that I did what I said I would. Oh no. Why can't I place beds? That is interesting. If you guys don't know, I'm trying to right click. Apparently you cannot place beds on those panels. So I guess for now, until we can figure out a better alternative, there's my bed. Lovely. Okay. Well, let's head on back down here because I guess at some point we're going to have to increase these to slabs, or at least in the bedroom area. We'll figure it out. I'm not too worried, but that'll be for another time. So, if you guys don't know, I am trying to increase our chest area down here, and I've started a little bit of the transformation from just a grassy, dirty area into something that we can actually call a basement. So, I came in with those wood plank panels that we used upstairs, which apparently can't place a bed on, but you can place a crafting table and a chest on, so I guess we're okay there. But then I also added some panels of just wood, and then I have some cobblestone as the backdrop, and it works well because it's cheap. And it works well enough for the kind of point in the game that we are. You know, we're still so early game that using something like this is not the end of the world, and I think we're going to roll with it. However, we've had an issue with these chests. Now, I have this here solely because it matches up with this. I'm trying to do that. But we go here, we can place chests. But then, guys, I've realized there's no locked chests. So when we try to place this here, there's no way of going about it. We have a lock chest, but we don't have a trap chest. That's what I'm trying to get at. And it's just kind of just like, all right, well, I don't know what to do. And then I got to thinking, and I just hit my microphone with my arm. Sorry about that. If you guys heard that, it might have been kind of loud. But if we come over to a crafting table like so, take a wooden plank right in the middle and surround it with iron, we get ourselves and normal chest to iron chest upgrade. So if we take that out of here, now we try to place this on the ground, nothing's going to happen. But we place down a chest, 27 slots, right click it, bam, iron chest. Amazing. Open it up, so many more slots. It's unreal. I think it's a really quite helpful thing because here we go. 6 rows here, 6 rows there, and pick that up right here. You can place it next to other chests. So, if we go ahead, we take this out. Now, I believe we need glass. Luckily, we do have glass. So, you can take a normal chest you already have rather than wood and place glass in a configuration like so with iron around the outside. That is not how you do it. No, this is refined iron. Well, that's why it wasn't working. Easy money. Okay, don't worry about that. There we go. Iron like so. Still doesn't work. What am I doing wrong here? I do not know. Oh, that only works with a copper chest, I'm realizing. Because I looked it up, and because if you click on these, there's no recipe for any of them, which is kind of disappointing. Except for the ender chest and the alchemical chest, which, we will get to that in a later date. But there was really no way of knowing exactly what to do here. But a copper to iron chest upgrade was the one that we just tried to do with the glass. But I'm realizing we need a copper chest for it. I don't want to waste that copper. So, we just stick a couple of those in here, dot this with iron, like so. Seems like we're going to be, okay. They don't stack. Well, that's interesting. But if we come over here and we right-click on that, we can place another chest right here, right-click on that, and then, if you guys look at this, we have basically double chests worth of storage right next to each other, which I think is actually an absolutely wonderful little thing to have here because it allows us to just have as many chests as we want back to back to back, and I don't know why this keeps placing backwards, but it does. Still doing it. Interesting. All right, chests just hate me apparently. But hey, look at that, guys. We have basically 8 chests worth of stuff, and there's only 4. Just disregard this boy. Okay, we'll just not going to talk about that. But ideally, each one of these is full double chest worth of storage. And the best part is about all this, we can get all the way up the scale to a crystal chest, which will have an incredible amount of storage. But that'll be used at a later date. For now, iron chest works for me. We can have 1 for dirt. We can have 1 for cobble, 1 for sand, 1 for wood, you know, etc., and we won't run out of space because we can turn this little section of our house into just iron chests, and for the time being, guys, that is more than enough. It's kind of crazy to think about. It's more than enough. I was really thinking we're going to have a huge kind of storage area, but I know the iron's not too cheap, but for the time being, guys, it actually is going to work out best for us because due to the macerator doubling our amount of iron per ore, it's actually kind of worth it in the long run. I think we can go ahead and spend the extra money. So, come on outside. We will see our farm has started. I've begun to loop it around, and I still need to finish the back fence. Are there fence gates? Are there fence gates? There are. Okay, thank you. I was really worried about that because I didn't know what we were going to do without it because I know there's not carpet. That was not fully done, but this one over here is. So let's just grab this real quick. Bada boom, bada bing. Also, you notice we have a little bit of other things growing right now. Right here, we have flax. So flax, I believe, if I recall correctly, from back in the days, we can also make paint with it, apparently. I don't quite remember what paint does, but it's there. Basically, what I'm trying to do here, guys, is that the flax, if I remember correctly, you can make string out of it. So, like, you right-click on a fully grown flax plant or something, and you get that? Maybe? Someone want to help me out with that in the comments? Because I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's what it is. We're just going to kind of roll with it for now. Regardless, guys, I don't know how much time we have for the rest of today's episode. This is actually being recorded on a Saturday night. I leave for school Monday, so I got to figure out how to get everything packed up and out of here. I'll have a week before classes start, so I'll be able to find enough time to record a little bit before we get going just into the full swing of things. But for the time being, guys, I think it would be best to try to see how much time we have left. That way I can try to get as many videos pre-recorded for you guys, because if I have to take a couple, you know, minutes off a video, I actually think that might be for the best, because guys, if you guys haven't been paying attention, most of my videos have been like 30 plus minutes, roughly, just about 30, and it's really, I think, hurting the channel overall because people don't want to watch that. I don't really blame people for it, but let's just be real. No one wants to watch a video that long, especially when it's a creator that's not as well known, aka myself. So we're trying to work with cutting down on video times because I know for a fact it can be a hassle to try to find time to sit around and watch an episode that long. So we're going to try to get away from that, guys. I think it would be better for everyone involved, and I think it would make everyone happy as well. So without further ado, let me go ahead, place these all down around the house, which I don't think I've showed you this, guys. I also came in and put some panels on the side. It works. It kind of works. I think I kind of like that. It's kind of boxy on this side, but on the inside it works well. So I like having those there. We do need to come around and continuously put in more of the foundation cobblestone, which I'm realizing, why is there cobble here? Okay. How is that in line? Oh, that's just the backside, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Interesting. That'll be alright. Let me just figure out what I'm doing here, because I'm not entirely sure how we're going to do this the correct way. But that's what I'm aiming for, guys. We're aiming to be, well, not perfect, but we're going to try to make things look a little bit better than they were. So I'll be back with you guys in just a bit. Alright, guys, so I've gone ahead and I've put the stone slabs all the way around on the sides, and it looks a little bit better. Gives us a little bit different color there, and I think that's going to work well. But the sun is setting, and unfortunately, guys, I hate to say it, but it is also setting on today's episode, because I was looking at the time. We're already pretty close, if not to 20 minutes, and well, I can't really go much farther than that. So we're going to sleep on our bed that is raised up on this dirt here, guys. And I'd really appreciate it if you guys would go to those comments, would leave a comment letting me know what you want to see next, because I think there's a lot of things we can do from here. I'd love to get into BuildCraft very, very, very soon. Especially pipes, especially quarries. Those would basically be the two things that I want to most. But we could also work on pumps or something to get these oils up. I'd love to find a different source of power that we can also use, which I suppose we could do some sort of nuclear power at some point. But guys, I do want to start our giant glass project that I talked about in a few episodes ago, which basically would just be a giant glass pyramid. And why am I doing this? Well, guys, we need a landmark on this world. Now, it's something that is not going to serve a ton of purpose necessarily, but guys, this house, very standard, okay? There's nothing too crazy about it, and frankly, you guys have seen that kind of thing before. However, a giant glass pyramid really fits in with the time of Minecraft 1.2.5. Being so old, people don't really do that anymore. So at some point, I'd love to go out in the desert, clear out a little bit of an area, make a giant glass pyramid, and hey, maybe we'll actually go ahead and on the inside take a little bit of a shot at creating some sort of terrarium or biosphere, even though it'll be a bio pyramid, some sort of thing that can have life sustained inside of it. Maybe we'll move cows, sheep, pigs, chickens, and a whole lot of it inside. But for now, guys, that's just a thought. If you guys have any other projects you want to see me work on this world, please leave a comment telling me what that is, because I'm open to suggestions at all time. But without further ado, guys, this is where I'm thinking we're going to have to end the episode today. We have run out of time, and as much as I'd love to stick around even more, I need to get more videos put out, and I need to focus on other projects. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked today's video, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below, tell me it's next. That was just a mess. Comment down below, tell me I'd like to see next. Oh, I just say it so fast that it just kind of runs into mush. And hey, if you're new to the channel and are not already subscribed, maybe you should consider doing so, because guys, we have a lot of plans, and you know, I'd really like to see this world take off. I'd really like to get a lot of you interested in it, and I think we have the full ability to do so. So it would be kind of sweet for everyone involved to really go ahead and just shine this world to its full potential. But thank you guys so very much for watching. This has been Duke. I hope you have an absolutely great day. I know I have, and I can't wait to be back for another video. But for this time, guys, I will see you later. Goodbye.